Hello everyone and happy Force Friday. I hope that everybody had a fun, safe, and enjoyable Force Friday in which they were able to get the things that they wanted. And if you didn't, no worries, it's still very, very early in the game. I am very confident that they are going to replenish all of this merchandise in the coming weeks and months. I don't think anybody's going to be left out eventually. So I did not do a Midnight Madness, at least not in the store. I wanted to, but it just didn't work out. I did end up shopping on Amazon last night, and I lucked out. I got a few things. I got the Force Awakens 3 3/4 inch Stormtrooper basic figure. I also got the 6-inch Black Series Kylo Ren, and then I also got a 6-inch Black Series First Order Stormtrooper, all of which I should be receiving within the next few days. Now this morning I did head out to Target at opening. There were a few people that ran to the toys and of course, took all the good stuff, which was kind of a bummer because I was there before many of them. So I went to Walmart right after that, didn't really find anything. Went to Kmart, which I should have just gone to in the first place because I got this Kylo Ren figure as well as Captain Phasma, which were the two figures that I really wanted out of this series. So I'm very happy to have gotten those. Then I went to another Target, and what you see behind those figures is medium-sized vehicles that came with pack-in figures from the Star Wars Rebels line. Now, these are older items. They've been out for almost a year, but Target had them at 50% off. So I was able to get these vehicles for $12.48, which is a heck of a deal considering that these are mid-size vehicles that actually come with action figures. We have the Inquisitor, who comes packed with his TIE Advanced prototype. And then we have Kanan Jarrus, who comes packed with the Phantom. Heck of a deal for $12.48, and I just couldn't pass them up. I wasn't really planning on getting them, but, at the price, you can't really beat that. And then finally, at that same Target, I got this, which I already have reviewed on the channel. If you'd like to check that out, I will throw a link down at the bottom. Despite what it says on there in the price tag of it being $6.98, which would have been a good price already, it was actually ringing up at $5, so couldn't pass up the opportunity to get another Stormtrooper for $5. That way I can fill up my eventual Imperial troop transport that I really would like to finally get. After that, my husband was very, very sweet and very, very nice to have gotten me the Sphero BB-8 interactive remote control robotic toy. And I actually did go to Best Buy at opening in order to track that down. Unfortunately, they did not have it in stock. I called around. I heard Apple Store was going to have them. I called them. They didn't have it. Called another Best Buy that showed that they did have one in stock. And they said somebody just purchased it. And I know that DisneyStore.com had sold out last night. And luckily, my friend Chris, who has helped me obtain collectibles in the past, gave me a heads up that Bed Bath & Beyond was carrying the Sphero BB-8s. So I was really excited, got online, and we got one ordered. Of all places, Bed Bath & Beyond, who would have thunk? So really excited about that. Definitely going to be doing a review on BB-8 once that comes in, hopefully next week. So overall, pretty good Force Friday. I'm quite happy with my pulls. I didn't want to buy a whole lot of product. I've already done Midnight Madness releases for Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith. So I didn't really, I didn't want to get a whole lot of things. I know that these are going to be easier to track down in the coming weeks and months. So just wanted to pick and choose and get what really stood out to me. So quite happy that I got everything that I had set out to obtain. All right, you guys, so let's take a look here at Kylo Ren. Of course, Kylo Ren is one of the big baddies of The Force Awakens, and I'm very excited to see him in action, see what he's like in the film. I've always been drawn to the Sith Lord and Dark Side type characters for whatever reason. I just think they're the coolest, like Darth Maul, Darth Vader, and it's really cool to have Kylo Ren in hand. I've been really looking forward to getting this figure, and I'm really happy that Kmart came through and I had a few of them on the shelves, so went in and picked this one up. First up, the card back. I'm really digging the Force Awakens packaging. It looks very cool. Reminds me a little bit of the 30th anniversary collection, given the image we have on the side of the character, kind of like in an action-oriented sort of pose. So that is really cool. The bubble is pretty nice. Unfortunately, they don't really stand, despite the fact that it has like a little stand right there. But I mean, other than that, it is very pretty looking packaging, and back of it basically gives you a little bit of information on Kylo Ren, and then the packing that he comes with. Give you a close-up there if you want to take a look. If you want to pause and read that. It tells you a little bit about Kylo Ren. So I'm going to go ahead and get Kylo out of the packaging, and then we'll take a closer look and see what he's like. It does look like there is an insert that kind of gives us a little bit of information on how these pack-ins work. Me personally, I'm not a huge fan of these kinds of pack-ins. I mean, I guess they can be cool if you get all the figures to set them up, but, you know, I'd prefer them drop a buck or two off the figure and just give me a figure with an accessory. Okay, and here's Kylo Ren, the figure out of the packaging. From an aesthetic standpoint, I think this looks really, really good. Obviously, we haven't seen the film, so we don't know a whole lot about the character. He is certainly quite mysterious, but he looks like what he looks like in the trailers, which, you know, is a really good thing. Has a very nice sculpt, very Sith-like in appearance. Love the black robes, the mask, just really, really nice. Coloring looks to be really well done on this figure, and paint looks to be pretty clean from what I've seen so far. And he does come with a couple accessories, which we will look at in just a moment. Give you a close-up of the mask. As you can see, it's really, really nice. It's kind of like this, I guess like a chrome-looking metallic mask. And then it's got like a black apparatus or something over it. Maybe that's part of the mask. I'm really not sure. And then it's got the cloak over the head, which, you know, cloak looks like it fits pretty nice. It's all one piece, so you can't remove, you know, just the cloak from it. But aesthetically speaking, I really like the texture on the robes. Very nice detail that they gave him. It's very well sculpted. The belt looks really cool. And I like the shiny detail there on the belt and the little metal clasp or whatever that might be. The arms look really good. The legs, very, very nice. In the way of articulation, Kylo has a swivel at the head. He has swivels at the arms, and then he has swivels at both of the legs. So very nice. I mean, it's only 5 points of articulation, but I think the figure looks great, and most of the time he's just going to be standing on my shelf, so I don't need it to be super articulated. I appreciate articulation, but I'm okay with 5 points of articulation where it makes sense, and I think here, you know, it's pretty good. Inside the legs, you can see his pants and then his boots, very similar to what we saw with some of the Saga Legends and Mission Series figures. Give you a look there at the underside. He does stand very well given the nature of the construction of this being a very basic figure with, you know, 2 solid legs that support him very well. Okay, and then Kylo does come with the infamous crossguard lightsaber, which I think looks fabulous. I really like this design. I know a lot of people have an issue with it, but I think this just looks sweet. Blade is very, very cool. It looks really erratic and electrified. I don't know, you know, too much about this lightsaber. I'd love to know, like, why it's like this and why he has the cross guards. But, you know, it's just fun, and it just looks really good. The detail on the hilt is pretty decent. It's kind of like a gunmetal sort of semi-shiny color. And he holds the lightsaber quite well. It's a little bit of a tight fit in his right hand, but he looks absolutely cool. I'm a huge fan of Kylo Ren already, and I know nothing about him. Just love the design. And he clearly looks quite a bit like he took some inspiration from another famous Darksider right here. And does look similar to Darth Revan in some respects. They both have the masks, they both have the cloaks, and they both have kind of like, you know, a Sith guard. But they're both super cool. I certainly think that Kylo looks a little bit scarier, though. And here's a look at the little pack-in piece, which I haven't quite figured out how this works. It seems like you're supposed to collect parts from different figures, and then you build like a weapon or something. If it's in the movie, cool. I mean, if it's not, I don't really find that I have a need for this. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so there you have it. This is the Hasbro Star Wars The Force Awakens Kylo Ren 3 3/4 inch scale basic figure. Overall, you guys, I'm pleased with the figure. Yeah, it's not that articulated, but I'm okay with that. The detail on it is very, very nice. Very nice sculpt work. Love the detail and texture of his robes. The lightsaber is just freaking awesome. And I just think he looks great. This is already becoming one of my favorite figures I just really, really like it. And, even though I would like Hasbro to release a super articulated one down the line, I think that for now I'm very happy with this one. All right, you guys, let me know how your Force Friday went down in the comments. Let me know what you think of this Kylo Ren figure. If you're new to Victoria's Cantina, I encourage you to subscribe to our channel. We do a lot of Star Wars reviews. We do a lot of Jurassic Park. We do Batman, Marvel, Disney Vinylmation, a little bit of everything. So there is something for everybody. And as always, I want to thank you guys for watching Victoria's Cantina. Until next time, bye-bye.